Carter's funeral brought together a who's who of DC's past and present, but one person was conspicuously absent. Here's why Michelle Obama skipped the whole thing. Multiple politicians gathered in Washington on January 9, 2025, to celebrate the life of the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, before he was laid to rest in his home state of Georgia. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were at the event, along with President-elect Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama. But surprisingly, former First Lady Michelle Obama was absent from the proceedings. Considering most of the other prominent figures at the funeral were present with their spouses, Michelle's absence was particularly noticeable. Spokesperson Crystal Carson released the following statement shared by AP News regarding Michelle's absence. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is not in attendance at President Carter's national funeral service. Mrs. Obama sends her thoughts and prayers to the Carter family and everyone who loved and learned from the remarkable former president. CNN was informed that Michelle was unable to attend due to a scheduling overlap and that she is presently still in Hawaii on an extended holiday vacation. The Obamas own a stunning piece of property on the island of Oahu, according to the Irish Star, which is likely where Michelle is enjoying her R&R while her husband jetted down to Georgia. Purchased in 2015 for more than $8 million, the property encompasses 3 acres. The Obamas have always had an affinity for Barack's home state, often enjoying vacations during his presidency. So, the fact that Michelle is enjoying a holiday in Hawaii is far from a shock, but her decision to skip Carter's funeral still raised plenty of eyebrows, especially since all of the other living former presidents and their spouses appeared. As it happened, though, Barack Obama and Trump were seated side by side, and for this one time, they seemed to put political differences aside in light of the occasion.
You see people from all walks of life that are coming together. I mean, look at that right there.
Cameras lingered on the odd couple as they enjoyed a lengthy conversation. More than just remaining civil, they were seen sharing a laugh before the funeral.
For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of 2 hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. I want to know, who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Those 2 events are not closely linked in time, but they are closely linked in conjecture because a scheduling conflict feels like a pretty flimsy excuse to skip a former presidential announcement that was dropped today.
First Lady Michelle Obama will not be at President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, although former President Barack Obama is set to attend. This marks the second time the former First Lady has skipped a high-profile event featuring the rest of the living former and current presidents. The office of Barack and Michelle Obama delivered the news to the Washington Examiner in a statement. The office did not say why Michelle Obama will not attend Trump's swearing-in ceremony. The former First Lady also skipped former President Jimmy Carter's memorial service at the Washington National Cathedral due to a previous engagement in Hawaii. Barack Obama and Trump had friendly interactions at the memorial service.
It did look very friendly, I must say. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it, how friendly it looked. I saw it on your wonderful network just a little while ago before I came in, and I said, boy, they look like 2 people that like each other, and we probably do.
Michelle Obama attended Trump's first inauguration in January 2017, and afterward described the event as emotional. But both Obamas have increasingly ramped up their attacks against Trump dating back to his first re-election campaign.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago.
The attacks combined with recent friendly behavior has made the status of the relationship with Trump and the Obamas slightly unclear. It also muddies speculation as to why Michelle Obama will not be attending Trump's inauguration on January 20th.
Michelle Obama's decision not to attend can be interpreted as a refusal to normalize Trump's divisive rhetoric, policies, and conduct, which often targets marginalized groups. Her absence will underscore her disapproval of the ideology he represents, such as his treatment of women, his embrace of white nationalism, and his rejection of progressive ideals that promote equality and justice. By not participating, she's signaling the urgent need to resist these tendencies and protect democratic values. Michelle Obama boycotting Donald Trump's first day sends a powerful and symbolic message, and it could help catalyze a broader movement of the resistance to come. And instead of continuing to speak for her, I will give her the final word to present her vision for a better America.
It's the contagious power of hope. The anticipation, the energy, the exhilaration of once again being on the cusp of a brighter day. The chance to vanquish the demons of fear, division, and hate that have consumed us and continue pursuing the unfinished promise of this great nation, the dream that our parents and grandparents fought and died and sacrificed for. America, hope is making a comeback.
Disaster profiles are likely to show that weeks of drought dried out vegetation combined with high winds to create a tinderbox for a perfect firestorm. Such conditions are being made more likely to the man-made warming of global temperature, a phenomenon Trump denies. The president-elect, for example, reposted a social media photo of burning neighborhood Monday from a follower that had the slogan, "It's not climate change, it's Democrats." As Trump claims that progressive attempt to preserve the environmental and to save a rare fish. The Delta smelt led to water shortage that hampered firefighters has been debunked by fact checkers. Any decision to withhold aid for tens of thousands of people, many of whom